Sony has revealed which games we will be getting with our PS Plus Essential subscription in November. But before I tell you about them, please like this video and subscribe to the channel to find out what games will be given away in PS Plus Extra. The first game in November's selection is Mafia 2 Definitive Edition. This is a remaster of the second installment of the excellent franchise, with improved textures, resolution, updated sounds and better lighting. The events of the second part unfold in 1943 to 1951 in the fictional American city of Empire Bay. The main character Vittorio Scaletta moved with his family from Sicily to the United States in the hope of a better life, but everything turned out to be much more complicated, and eventually Vito had to take the path of lawlessness. The sequel's plot is just as exciting as the first installment, and a reference to the original game in one of the missions makes you want to scream at the screen. I highly recommend you give the second installment of Mafia a try. On Metacritic it received a 72 score from critics and a 5.9 score from players, but in my opinion those scores are understated. Especially from the players. The second game of the November selection was Aliens Fireteam Elite. It is a cooperative third-person shooter, the action of which unfolds in the universe of Aliens. A small squad of Marines is thrown into the thick of things to hold off the onslaught of xenomorphs. Players have access to 5 classes with unique skills and about 30 weapons. Unfortunately, the atmosphere of horror and danger in the game is not present at all. From all sides there are a million xenomorphs, which do not pose any special threat except for elite individuals, and they die rather quickly. The cooperative component is also miserable and doesn't offer any tactical interactions. Probably, it can be viewed by ardent fans of the universe, as well as a group of friends who do not know what to play. Everyone else can safely pass it by. You won't lose anything. On Metacritic it received 69 points from critics and 5.9 points from players. The third game of the New Year's selection is Dragon Ball: The Breakers. It is an asymmetrical multiplayer game in which 7 players, the so-called survivors, fight against another player who, assuming the role of one of the villains of the series, is trying to destroy them. At first, the survivors are pretty weak and can only use transportation and weapons to avoid skirmishes with him or try to fight him. But by collecting the right amount of Dragon Balls on the level, you can turn into a superhero and help the remaining players in the battle. The main goal of all survivors is to find the super time machine and escape before the villain kills everyone. On Metacritic, the game received 53 points from critics and 4.9 points from players. These games will be available for download on November 7th. And to be one of the first to know what Sony will be giving away in December, put a like, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell and turn on all notifications.